Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Sad news in the Tolkien world today. Christopher Tolkien, architect of JRR Tolkien's Middle-earth, passed away. 1924 to 2020. He would have been as old as my grandfather. My grandfather was born in 1924. Anywho, let's get into this article from Tor.com. Christopher Tolkien, the son of JRR Tolkien, who continued his father's publishing legacy, has died, according to the Tolkien Society. He was 95. The third son of the late epic fantasy author, Christopher was the initial audience for his father's initial famous work, The Hobbit, while the elder Tolkien rose to international fame with his Lord of the Rings trilogy. He was also responsible for creating the massive world and backstory in which the novels were set. Following the death of his father in 1973, Christopher Tolkien was placed in charge of his massive literary estate and began to organize his papers. I actually do remember the name Christopher Tolkien, and I also read the unfinished tales that were by Tolkien or Christopher, and I thought they were, and it was an enjoyable piece. Anyway, with that, let's move on. 1977, he collected and published The Silmarillion, a work that Tolkien had intended to publish, which explored the origins of Middle-earth and set up the conflict that he explored in The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. In the years that followed, he continued to produce new volumes of Tolkien's unpublished writings, releasing Unfinished Tales in 1980, the 12-volume History of Middle-earth between 82 and 96, and edited and completed a number of longer narratives and translations of epic poems, including The Children of Húrin, 2007, The Legend of Sigurd and Gudrun, 2009, The Fall of Arthur, 2013, Beowulf, a translation and commentary, 2014, Beren and Luthien, 2017, and The Fall of Gondolin in 2018. In 2017, Tolkien stepped down as the director of the Tolkien Estate and Tolkien Trust, saying that at the time, the Beren and Luthien would likely be his final book. Tolkien was a staunch critic of Peter Jackson's adaptation of his father's trilogy, telling Le Monde in 2012 that they gutted the book, making it an action movie for 15 to 25-year-olds. And it looks like The Hobbit will be the same. That was a direct quote from Christopher Tolkien. His death comes at a time when his father's books are more popular than ever, and as Amazon works to create a massive TV series based on the works that he himself helped bring to the public. While Tolkien was an author behind the world of Middle-earth, Christopher Tolkien was the one responsible for ensuring that his father's stories remained in the public view by continuing to publish, develop the backstory of the world that has influenced and inspired fans around the world. And this is something that also is concerning, because I have heard from another YouTuber that the Amazon series for the Lord of the Rings series that they're doing is going to be, as others call it, woke. And that concerns me. I mean, with the Tolkien estate no longer run by a Tolkien, I fear that it might run the same path as Marvel did after Stan Lee died. After Stan Lee died, Marvel decided to go into a direction that went completely against Stan Lee's point of view and wishes. I mean, Stan Lee is all about representation. However, he's not about changing established canon and established lore and established characters. What I feel and fear about any on-screen interpretations of Tolkien's work going forward will sadly be the same. Anyway, folks, it is a very sad day for the Tolkien estate and universe, and for many people who are fans of Tolkien. I myself am a huge fan of Tolkien. I mean, this ring is a One Ring. I have Lord of the Rings merchandise. I have a pipe with the Tolkien crest and the black speech on the ring written around the Tolkien crest. I have a 75th anniversary release or publication of The Hobbit. I have the Lord of the Rings books. I am a huge fan of Lord of the Rings. Believe me, I am. I mean, this news is heartbreaking. Anyway, folks, that is the video. It's a sad day. Y'all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about the passing of JRR Tolkien's son, Christopher. What is your favorite Tolkien book, besides the Lord of the Rings, or besides the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit? If you are a Tolkien fan, what is your favorite? Who is your favorite character in the Tolkien universe? Let me know your favorites down in the comments below. Anyway, folks, this has been Orange Hat Reviews. Catch y'all on the next one.